All right, guys, welcome back to another weekly recap. You're back. Welcome in. My Telegram is always going to be in the pinned comment or in my channel description. Join it. You can see the trades called live. Um, yeah, please give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe if you want to see more videos. You guys are awesome. Let's get into it. I'll see you on the inside. Later. Welcome in, guys. So this was an interesting week for me. It was a break-even week. I'm up like 0.5%. But I'm gonna make a joke and say I'm up 0.69% because that's always better than zero point 0.5. But yeah, it's a little tough. I had a losing streak during the week. These weeks are gonna happen. You're gonna have break-even weeks. You're gonna have winning weeks. You're gonna have losing weeks. It's all about the month. It's all about the year. So don't stress yourself out. Sometimes the odds just don't play in your favor. As long as you have good risk to reward, you're good. And manage risk, please. Let's go. So GBP JPY was my first trade. Here it is. So with this strategy, what's going to happen is sometimes you're going to have the right idea, but your entry might be too early sometimes. So that's kind of the case in this one. I think that I had, and I'm just going off of what I'm. Let me see. What did I have? Yeah, yeah. So I had those zones drawn out like this. It's a great trade. I would take this trade every day. But here we go. So I had my resistance drawn out like this at first. Boop. Well, we don't have that one yet, right? So maybe it was like this. And we saw price push up immediately, came back, and it already had left a wick, which is right here. That candle is the 4-hour wick so far. So my idea was that okay, we pushed down, we created this random support. I mean, it's not really random, but I'm not gonna draw 1 minute supports unless they're really clear. So that happened, and we started pushing away from it. So I said, okay, if we're gonna respect the low of the 4-hour, which is gonna be here, if we're gonna respect the wick has been created on the 4-hour, right? Because if price pushes past this and on this push right down, then we know that the wick hasn't been created yet. But instead, we created support and we pushed up. So I said, okay, this is the wick. Took the buy. Once we saw that it didn't really push past the resistance, but I guess it was an early entry. Maybe I could have avoided it, but I was taking it. I mean, I didn't have this drawn out like that. So to me, that was my buy right there as soon as it pushed past the resistance. And what happened is uh, it found resistance and it rejected, and we pushed down and knocked me out. And I was like, damn, that sucks balls. So once I saw that once I saw that we created another support, and then we flipped bullish, which is this green dotted line as always, I took the buy. I took it into resistance like a G, bought a resistance like a G, you know me, and targeted that 351 level. I closed it at 2.5 risk to reward, so it was pretty cool. I mean, I won a 1.5 here, um, and I was happy about that. Let's go to the next trade. Quick loss, yeah, that was fast loss. And then for real this time, and then I ended up winning. Did I post the result? Yeah, I ended up posting it like later in the PM. GBP USD. Oh my God. So GBP USD this week was just so rough. It hurt me. And in hindsight, I'm pretty stupid. I didn't know that Powell was speaking. So when Powell speaks, you listen. You don't trade. He's pretty much moving the markets every. Yeah, he could come and say like rate hikes, all this BS. But I don't trade news, so I don't care. But it's still important to kind of keep that in the back of your mind. The only really news I really focus on is like CPI, FOMC, NFP. Um, I'm not gonna like focus on Powell. It's just whatever. But this is what happens. You get burned. So yeah, the previous candle. Let me see. Previous candle was bullish, and I was anticipating. Okay, we're on a downtrend here. We're on a downtrend, and I had that in the back of my head. But for me, my thinking is that we kind of made like a little support, right? So I was like, it's a little support. Maybe we're gonna start ranging, and then we could get to the top of the range, right? Because when price ranges, it's usually equal, right? And we'll just keep bouncing in. So that's what I thought, and it's kind of what happened in here actually. We did like a lower range, but trading in a range is sketchy because it can create support or resistance anywhere within the range. So you can get burned, and then it'll go to the resistance, which is kind of what happened here actually. So it came back and like retested the support level, and the previous candle was bullish, but this one turned bearish just on a random coincidence. Unless you want to draw the level like this, which I don't know who the hell is doing that. That's so unclear. So let's go to my entry, and I'll tell you what I was thinking. I don't remember if I took this on the 1 minute. Looks like the 1 minute. Yeah, 1 minute. Okay. Okay. So let's see. Let's go to the 1 minute on GU. So previous candle was bullish, right? Um. Yeah, you guys are gonna see every week is the same, and I think I posted. I would take these trades over and over again. There was nothing wrong with them. It's just sometimes it doesn't work out. But like I said, I think the only thing that could have maybe changed is like, okay, Powell speaking, not gonna trade, you know. But whatever. Um, but yeah, so we had this little support or this little break and retest zone, whatever you want to call it. I think I had my zone drawn out like that. Let's see. No, I had it. Yeah. So I had a. Yeah, see, this is just unclear to me. Like, let me delete this. This level, it's like, yeah, it was a resistance, and then, but then we just whipped past it. Boom, whipped past it. So it kind of makes it invalid. Makes the level like weaker to trade off of because you want to get like clear zones. Like this is really clear to me, you know? So that's pretty much what I drew. And we got here, we started pushing bullish. Instead of waiting for the flip, I wanted more range, so get a 1 and 3. And my zone was not drawn out like that. It was drawn out somewhere up here. And yeah, 1, 2, 3. We did push bullish. We came back, retested, pushed up again. We flipped bullish. I was like, finally, we're going. Then we found some resistance in this random place. Pushed down, pushed up, broke the resistance. I was like, money time. Then we rejected. And then we came all the way back down. And I closed this actually at a half. At a half. It was more like zero point 0.6. Yeah, it was like a 0.67 or something like that. But whatever. I'm gonna call it a full loss just to keep everything transparent and keep it making sense. I'm not gonna be like, guys, I closed this at a 0.33. Like, no, it was a full loss. It would have been a full loss, but I did close it a little bit early, and you can see in the Telegram at the time I closed it. 9:56. So 9:56. Yeah, I closed it like as we pushed up right here. I was like, you know what, I'm getting out. But whatever. Um, and I got out because I was like, okay, we're probably gonna knock me out, and then we're gonna go up just like the last trade. So I was like, instead of taking a full loss, I'm gonna try and cut my loss here, and then I'll take the re-entry. So I did exactly that. We found support again. It looked beautiful. We had this big blue bullish engulfing candle. I'm not gonna call it a bullish engulfing candle because I don't trade patterns. But if you take a look at that candle here, it just shows that buyers are definitely in control. We pushed down slightly, and then we recovered all those gains in one candle. So to me, buyers are entering the market, taking the buy. So took it again. We pushed bullish. I would, and even if I didn't enter down here, I would have entered up here. I just wanted more range, you know. And then to me, I was like, you know, I'm only gonna target 1 to 2. This is getting sketchy. There's like lack of volume. Targeted 1 to 2, and then I just got destroyed again. So I was like, damn. And that usually doesn't happen to me. Usually I'm right about the idea, but what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Maybe I should have recognized that we're, I don't know, whatever. It's just the news. I'm not gonna sit here and try and figure out something's wrong because what happens is you try and optimize things. I went through a long period of time where I was trying to optimize everything that I was doing, and I was trying to fix things and fix things and fix things and fix things and fix things. Like, okay, but in trading, you have to just do the same thing over and over again. Once you find a good system, you just do it over and over and over and over and over again. If you start and optimize it, it's a good thing. But if you start to over optimize, then you won't really your variables change so much that you can't really know what the hell is working. And so I went through a long time of doing that. But now my strategy, I know I win 48% of the time. Just gonna keep taking the trades. I have a good risk to reward, making money. So yeah, I'm done optimizing. Just gonna keep taking the same trades. Marcos poo today, 2 losses. Welcome to FX. All right, gold. Let's see how gold smoked me. This was. Let me see. I want to see this trade again. This is the first time I review my trades too with you guys, so you know I'm learning things myself too. Yeah, I mean, here's my resistance. Maybe it was a little hopeful to target up here. Let's look at the 4-hour candle. Okay, so previous candle bullish, anticipating that we get to the top of the range. Top of the range is where? Right here. Where that wick ends. And I could delete this. That's my idea. That's my hope. I also just felt like we were gonna get up here, but it took the whole week to get it. We haven't even got up there yet. Let's see. Yeah, so I had this drawn out. 1 hour. Let's see. So 5 minute. Okay. This trade was a little rough. So what happened here? So okay, I see why I took this. Okay, so why didn't I take it here? Odd. Maybe I didn't take it because I was afraid because I was down to losses. Trying to remember my thinking, but let's go with that because that's what I'm thinking now. So, but because I should have taken the trade like this, right? And it still would have lost, but whatever. Anyways, price opened, 4-hour candle opened, and we immediately created a top wick. Here we go. For a bearish candle, right? We pushed up, rejected, pushed down into the 1 minute support level, 5 minute support level, just a clear zone, and then we pushed up. I would have took the buy there. I don't remember why I didn't, but whatever. We pushed up, we couldn't get past that high, so now you can draw resistance. Couldn't get past that high, and then we rejected, and then we created a higher high, a higher low. That's why I took this trade. So there's your higher low, right? This low is higher than that low. So if we create for an uptrend and we create uh, a higher low, we can anticipate that we're going to create a higher high. So that was my idea. I took the buy. I put my stop at a really safe level too. Um, just didn't happen. We flipped bullish, and then we rejected off the resistance, and it just knocked me out, and it turned into a bearish candle. So unfortunate. But I would take this trade 1,000 times. Unlucky, but gotta keep rolling with the punches. Would take this trade 1,000 times. Yep, literally. GJ. Okay, so this is something that I'm testing. So we really ranged a lot on these pairs this week. Let me see the 4 hour. Yeah, so we ranged here this week. We ranged here this week. And we ranged here this week. So what I should have done is once I recognized that we're in a range, instead of trying to go for like these nice 4 hour candles with a lot of volume, I'm gonna start trying to do the same principle where I'm waiting for the previous candles bullish. I'm waiting for the next candle to go bullish. Same thing, bearish, bearish. But I'm gonna do it on the 1 hour with the entry at the 1 minute, and I'm gonna anticipate the movement of the next 1 hour candle. I think it'd be a good idea because I wouldn't need so much volume. I would just, I could kind of play with 1 hour zones. So that was what this next trade was, and I did take a few more. Let's see. Like just like ideas, but until like I perfect it, I'm not gonna really go full into it. But yeah, this trade was a good trade. Let me see. So 1 hour. This was a 1 hour trade this time. Where is it? Previous candle bearish. Anticipating the next candle will be bearish once we create the wick. We're also pushing into this heavy resistance. I just thought it was gonna be cake. But the issue is that we created the lower low. So this is the lower low. I know it's hard to kind of see, but I can't even. Wow, can I do this? That's the lower low, right? Because we have price pushing down, pushed a lower low. I mean higher low, and then would be the lower low, in the downtrend. And I know it's hard to see, but your eyes get used to it eventually. So again, 1 hour bearish, 1 minute entry. Let's see. You can kind of see what I'm talking about with the downtrend, right? We do like the line chart. We're in a downtrend. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, so let's see. Yeah, we pushed up. We created a double top or whatever, man. Double top. I don't like to call it double. I don't like to call patterns, but you guys trade however you want. We created a level. Sellers pushed down away from the level, came back, and then we showed that the level is actually valid because we pushed away from it again. As soon as we broke this little low, that told me that I can take a sell because that means that this is the lower low. And what happened? We pushed away. I got to a 1-to-1 and I didn't close it. We pushed up and we started playing towards my entry. And then I was like, yeah, I'm not going to take another loss right now. So I'm just going to go break even. And I took break even. But I think it was a great trade. It's just, again, doesn't happen all the time. Closes last trade a small win, break even. It was the same concept as all my other trades, just lower time frames. The hour is closing and we really had no movement. That's another thing actually too. So the hour candle, let me see, was closing. So this area here represents 1 hour of movement, and we did not push down at all. So with the candles, once the candle starts to close, you'll see that it'll kind of go the opposite of where it was going because it needs to create the top. But in this case, for a bearish candle, it needs to create the bottom part of the candle. So, for example, let's say this candle was so far bearish, right? Now you'll notice towards the end of the candle's life, which is right here, you'll notice that it'll start to kind of push back up. So I could leave the bottom wick, tiny piece of bottom wick. Usually it's like that. So when I saw that, when I was thinking that, I was like, okay, I'm just gonna close this trade because I do not want it to reverse on me, and that's it reversed on me. And look, it would have took me out to the pip. Boom. And oh my God, I would have cried. So whatever. Guess I had the right idea. So I closed it, walked away. We let's see another day. And then GJ. GJ. Next trade. Let's see how GJ was. I think this was a 9 a.m. trade. No, it's 5 a.m. Okay, let's check it out. Um, I think it's this one. Yeah, it's this one. Okay. Previous candle is bullish. We're ranging, right? I'm anticipating that we can get to the top of the range. And that's exactly what happened. Previous candle, let's go to the 5 minute. It's just such a beautiful trade. And I actually made it look a little short about it, where I explained it already. But, same thing. Candle open, price pushed down, created a level, price pushed away from the level, came back, showed that the level was valid. Buyers stepped in, buyers made the candle push bullish, took the buy, and then we came back, again, showed that the level is valid, because what happened? We rejected. We rejected. So I remember right at this point of the candle, I was debating if I wanted to close it because I just had no confidence. I'm off the back of 3 losses and then 1 break even. I'm like, damn, I'm about to take a 4th loss. That's gonna blow, blow, blow. The last 2 weekly recaps, you see that I'm up 6%. Then I lose 4% right here. It sucked. So I was debating on closing it, but I was like, you know what? Diamond hands, balls of steel, and I held it, and it ended up working out. 1 to 2, and I didn't. I should have held it to a 1 to 3, but hindsight is hindsight, right? 1 to 2 is cool. I'll take it. Um, Same trades every time, and I actually drew this out because I was testing how it would have worked if I would have took the 1 hour. So if I just move this over really quick, took another 1 hour entry, 59. It's like, would I have taken it like this? Probably. Maybe at the break of that high, I would have taken it, and I would have lost. And then would I have taken this again? Well, where's the flip of this candle? Right here. Yeah. But yeah, we'll keep testing it. I'm gonna keep back testing and see how it works. But yeah, this is a great trade. 1 to 2. Very emotional trade. I mean, we're going crazy, and then we created support and stuff. But yeah, we held it. Okay. Will the loser streak continue? No. Um, and then we won another trade on gold. This is great too. So we covered all the losses. Thank goodness. Okay, so previous candle. Let's see. Previous candle bullish. Anticipating we get to the top of the range, right? Same idea every time. Boop. 1 minute. Let's see. Okay, so uh 56, 59. What happened? Just check it out. Okay, so we pushed down, created a level, price pushed away, price came back to the level, showed that the level was valid. Could have taken a trade like this, and I would have got knocked out. That would have sucked. Um, but why did I wait? Let me see. Okay, oh, that's why. It hadn't flipped yet. That is why. So yeah. The flip, let me see. Let me draw it out. Sorry. Let me draw out the flip of the 4 hour here. There we go. Boop, boop. Okay. Now it'll make more sense. So this one I decided to wait for the flip. Boom. And yeah, we pushed in, created a level, pushed down. We knocked the level out, but it looked like it needed to liquidate some buyers. There was not enough orders here for it to push up, so we had to push down. Then we created support. Once we flipped bullish, I took it. I said, fuck it. Let's go to the next zone. I was being very cautious because I was off the back of a loss. So many losses. So I actually waited for it to flip bullish. Took the buy, stop below, target above, and yeah, it was just a great trade. I closed as I'm trying to remember when I closed. What time was it? 9:34. 9:34. Yeah, I had closed it way before that though. I think I closed it somewhere as it was pushing bearish. I think it pushed up and then it came down and I think I closed it. Something like that. But I know it was at a 1.177. So I wouldn't have kept it there. Cool. Um, let's figure it out. Let's go to the next trade. GU, GU, GU. These were both break even. This is gonna to be to end of my week. One of them was a 1 hour trade. But yeah, so this was a 4 hour trade at first. Let me see. So again, we're at a range, right? I'm anticipating it to get to the top of the range. Previous candle bullish. Anticipating the next candle go bullish. I don't have it drawn out here, but I should. Let's see. Sorry. Boop, boop. Okay, 1 minute. 1 minute, 1 minute. So, what is this? Why is this drawn out here? Whatever. Okay, so 950, 859. We pushed up, rejected, created a random ass support. But we were flip bullish, so I was like, all right, taking the buy. Um, I think that's what. What was I doing? Was I waiting for it to? What is this? I'm trying to find the entry image for the first trade. I see why. I see why I took it. I think I was waiting for a break of this resistance. And then once we broke it, I took it. And that's what happened. We pushed back, and then we went break even. Because, like, again, I was super cautious this week. I was like, dude, I don't want to deal with another loss. But, once we broke even, I was like, why did I even do that? This trade looks good. Look what's happening. So, I was like, how can I get into this trade again? I drew support out, and I did a same principle, but with a 1 hour, 1 minute trade. I put a support down. This is a double bottom, if you want to call it that, but it's just buyers creating a level, pushing sellers taking it down, showing the level is valid again. We pushed up. We broke the high of this little, which means that we broke structure, which means that we can continue bullish. Took the buy, and then it came back to my entry. I took a break even. I was like, fuck it, whatever. That would be my last trade, even if they're gonna both go to win. I'm done. I just have no confidence. So forget it. And they both broke even. So I ended up winning Freaky Fridays too. So Fridays, it's the same principle where you're gonna have a lot of pullbacks, a lot of quick whips in and out. And you can see Friday was just nuts. And the reason why that happens is because on the weekly, um, it's the same principle, right? If we have a bearish candle, for example, and we were going bearish all week, then what has to happen is price needs to push back a little bit just so it can create the wick. If it's a bearish candle, an example. Or sometimes the whole candle could just flip and then we'll close like that, boom, and we'd have like a tiny little wick up here. So Fridays are just really scary because the weekly candle is trying to complete its movement, and it can do it in second. I mean, not seconds, but it can do it in just a few hours, like just huge bearish momentum, huge bullish momentum. So I was just not. I didn't want to deal with it anymore. I was like, you know, I'm done trading. I'll take break even week. And I also feel like I was just kind of chasing to get some wins, so that way I could have like a good week. Can't chase it though. But yeah, that was pretty much my weekly recap in 30 minutes. Perfect. Again, please guys leave a like and subscribe. It would mean a lot to me, mean a lot to the channel, and make me feel like I should keep doing this stuff. Hopefully it's helping you. I know it's helping one of you guys. I've received some messages. I did not drink wine, but I am drinking coffee. So, cheers to that. Yeah, join the Telegram. It's in my pinned comment. It's in the channel's description. I appreciate it. Um, I'll see you guys next week. I'm gonna be calling them all again. So, yeah, thanks for watching. I'm out of here. Later.